When you really look at Africa and the prevalent mentality in conversations, especially amongst us youths, you will start to realize something much deeper than a fear of failure. It is called the fear of going first. When you observe, you realize it's like we've been trained to wait. Leadership wasn't really encouraged. It was policed. If you ask too many questions, you are rude. If you move before you are told, you are stubborn. If you think differently, you are rebellious. So we learned very early to stay in line. Don't draw attention. Don't break the formation. Don't shine too brightly because you might blind somebody. But then the problem with waiting is that it eventually becomes a lifestyle. You wait for someone else to try, for someone else to prove that it works, for someone else to take the heat. You wait until someone says, now it's your turn. But what if no one ever does? What if you were born to go first? I know you've been in a room where you knew the answer but you held back because nobody else raised up their hand. I know you've wanted to start something but you waited until your friends supported it first. Let me tell you the scenario that depicts this for me the most. Being the first to speak your mind in an African setting is like being the first to send a message in a dormant WhatsApp group. You know everyone is reading, but no one wants to be the first to talk. No one wants to do something different in the full view of everyone. Meanwhile, the fear of standing out has produced a generation blending into poverty. Fear dressed as humility is still fear. People fear judgment. They fear the spotlight. They fear the weight of being seen before being validated. In Africa, we romanticize humility so much. We mistake silence for wisdom. We mistake waiting for strategy. But the only people history remembers are the ones who move. Someone has to go first. Someone has to break the code. One of our biggest challenges in Africa is that it looks like we are stuck in reaction culture, not innovation culture. We are a continent of commentators sitting on a field we were born to play on. Too many eyes, not enough hands. But here's the thing, I believe that it changes with us. Incidentally, Africa has the youngest population in the world. By 2050, 1 in 4 people on Earth will be African. But right now, we produce less than 3% of global patents. We seem to be loud on potential but quiet on originality. Now, my apologies if this comes off as harsh, but I need us to know how much potential we are sitting on. In a nutshell, going first is not arrogance, it is architecture. Someone has to lay the first stone for others to walk on. Have you ever had a thought so loud that it became real before you even spoke it? Let me share something scary with you. What you fear long enough may borrow your hands to become real. It's not superstition, it's psychology. You see, the mind is a womb. Every idea that you feed, whether with fear or fascination, starts to ask for a body. Thoughts are like seeds. If you hold them long enough, they begin to reach for soil, water, and light. Ideas don't like being naked, so they look for form. They look for you. They look for your hands, your decisions, your language. That's why two people with the same talent, same resources, but different dominant thoughts will end up with two very different destinies. According to the Cleveland Clinic, we have an average of 60,000 thoughts per day, and 80% of those thoughts are negative. And you think that doesn't shape our lives? It's not magic. It is mental momentum. Whatever you repeat in your mind becomes a rehearsal. And life does not know whether to call it anxiety or prophecy. You are not cursed. You are just too consistent at imagining what you don't want. Every thought wants to wear flesh. It looks for the nearest form, the most available version of you in order to walk through the world. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you emphasize. There is a difference. Ever noticed you keep living the same storyline even in different scenes? That's not coincidence. That's a costume change. So I'll ask you this. What is the loudest thought in your mind lately? What idea have you rehearsed so much it's already measuring itself an outfit? Because whether you revere it or you fear it, if you keep feeding it, it will show up. The next version of your life is standing at the fitting room of your thoughts, waiting for you to say, come out.